We're watching more YouTube than we're watching TV now. YouTube content is on the increase. When you look at the content being put on things like YouTube, and you look at actually what it is, I would argue that people which are watching this content aren't working a second job. Some of the stuff they're watching are just watching people play games, or they're just watching people walk their dogs. And you look at that sort of content and you think, that's why we're seen as being lazy, because what they're watching isn't educational, it's not work-related, it's quite frankly, some of it's rubbish, but they watch it for hours on end every night.
The same people who watch those are then inspired to say, actually, this fun thing that I do...
I don't think it is the same people who do that. I think there's different types of people. I think you get people which are entrenched in this social media world where they just follow people, they look at the new dress people are wearing, they watch these YouTube videos, and that is them. They go to bed, they wake up, and they start it again. You know, those people aren't then motivated necessarily. You get some which do both, but there is a good group of people which don't do that.
I don't think that's now, though. I think that's been forever. There's always been a celebrity culture since, you know, years and years ago. And people have always followed celebrities, be it reading it in a newspaper, being it going to the cinema and watching their latest show and this and that. So I don't think it's specifically just a generation that are doing that. The ways are different, but I don't think the people are different doing it. You know, we've been doing it forever. So it's that thing of, you can't say because they watch someone on YouTube makes them lazy. Because what's the same thing of saying, you know, maybe I'm just going to go a couple of years ago and watch someone in the latest film, or maybe read them in the newspaper.
Yeah, but then newspapers are limited the amount of content. YouTube is so much content, you can just watch and watch and watch, and that's what's happening. People aren't getting sleep because they're spending all night watching YouTubers, which is affecting their whole life. That's not them being motivated, that's them being lazy and entrenched in this. They're not aspirational or want to go and achieve.
But I think it's a big assumption to say a good group of those people then aren't inspired by that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's, of course, you're able to do both.
Where does the pursuit of happiness come in with living the Jesus way?
You sit there and go, is happiness possible? Well, if being happy is one of the definitions of the term blessed, then it's possible, because Jesus said, blessed are you if. And he goes through and he gives a whole lot of, if you get this sorted, then you'll be happy. And I think that's where I come back to go, if we're talking about happiness and personal well-being, the linking it to the accomplishments is thought with danger, because now it's to do with, am I perfect enough? Then I'm going to be happy.
Sure,
Well, you're never going to be perfect enough. But should you have a go at trying to do something well? Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
But is my well-being linked on whether I did it well? Did I fail? Does failure make me a bad person? Or does failure teach me something? But if my success is going to build my happiness, failure is going to destroy me.
Brilliant.
But right now, it's time to mix it up a little bit with another wild card round.
Uh-oh.
Now, Team 2, please respond to this phrase. Millennials would happily not eat for a week if it meant they could get their hands on the latest trainers. 15 seconds.
All right, guys, so this
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
Let's go.
Off you go, Team 2.
I mean, we just need to look at the way Jesus lived his life. Ultimately, he walked around in the flyest robes that you could possibly see. I mean, even the sandals on his feet had the Jordan signal on it right there. And again, like, he walked, and you know, even when he was walking into the town, he rode on a donkey, the finest of them all. So of course, millennials.
Yeah, I mean, I know so many people that would sacrifice good food for a week to get their hands on the latest trainers, including my husband. And you know what? If I really wanted a really good new jacket, I mean, I wouldn't not eat, but I would definitely sacrifice some good food for that jacket.
Yeah, I think there are so many people that would actually sacrifice the things that they truly do need just to get the things that are going to make them look good. We're very consumed with that appearance, what makes us look good to other people. And we always have been, be it the latest pair of trainers or be it our bodies. People starve themselves on food just to try and look good. Unfortunately, they don't understand the value of who they are because their value is in their clothes and what they wear. That's what I think. Everyone leaves the house in their best clothes thinking, you know, they're going to look good because we don't look bad in front of people. But it's that thing of just understanding that, like I said just a second ago, your worth isn't in what you're wearing. Yeah, it's nice to look good, but your worth isn't in what you're wearing. It's in who God says you are.
Yeah, and that's living for the trainers or living for the clothes isn't necessarily right. But as you can see, we look good. And, you know, it's important for us to look good.
All right, guys, you saved it in those comments just there. 10 points for you guys, well done.
You get 20? 20 points?
No, 10.
Boys, so we're nearly at the end of the show, which means it's time to find out who has won today. The winner of today's show is... It's Team 1!
Awesome, thank you so much for tuning in to Southpaw. We hope you've been challenged and inspired, but for now, we'll see you next week.